Got a brilliant question from a brother. He says, so my woman and I don't talk much whenever we're not apart. And in that time, I don't care if she calls me, but when I don't reach out to her, she gets resentful that I don't call enough, even though she doesn't explicitly say that she wants me to call. So my question is, and I'm trying to explain to her about divine masculine and divine feminine energy. Shout out to the guy. He's in the right place. Are we both in our masculine? What's showing up with that? Now, I did already give him a direct response in the comments, but I also promised and salute integrity on word. I'm gonna deliver. Let me just create the world of it. Yes, in short, communication is always the avoidance or lack thereof of communication. I'll say that's always going to be in the masculine realm. Masculine is left brain. It is logical, pragmatic. It's not big on the emotional connection, therefore it is not big on the communication. And honestly, in primitive days, even still today in military, what do we use? Hand signals, signs. We want the code. We want the quick, decisive information. We need to execute, act. Every millisecond counts, and inside of that, we are not big on communication. Give me the facts, give me the information so I can go forward. It's all about forward progress, and that's how the masculine operates. So with that, the other side of the coin, the feminine partner is always the open, receptive, connected, nurturing, communicative, expressive. And inside of that, it's only natural for that femininity, not necessarily just the woman, not necessarily just the feminine dominant partner, because in this example, I don't know whether or not his woman is flowing in her femininity, but if she's resisting, one thing I would tell you first and foremost, brother, because, masculine's got to take the lead that resentfulness, the emotion that she's feeling, one, that is the invitation, believe it or not, and we'll get to that later in this conversation, how the containment is your responsibility, containment for her emotions. She is following your lead. She is partnering with you. She is under your protection. Masculine energy provides, protects, and cherishes. So inside of that, when she shows up resentful, what that means is that she's not getting something that she needs. Her emotional childhood traumas, it's not necessarily just because she's a woman, and it's not even, it's expressed because she's in her feminine. However, it is not that it is a problem because of that. She's got childhood trauma. She's got neglect. She's got whatever attachment style. And those are things that you can look up to and do a little research, my brother. But those are the things that she's communicating. Something is not met. And she has some conversation saying he's not reaching out because he doesn't care. We're not connected. He's too busy. There's other women, distractions. I'm not important, not good enough, etc., etc., etc. This is how her feminine mind is working. And that's why you get the resentment, because she is over in her feels with all of that. It is your job as the masculine to contain all of that. I see you, baby. I hear you, baby. It doesn't mean I own it. It doesn't mean I've been a bad boy. It doesn't mean I'm in the doghouse. It doesn't mean I need to repair or fix the situation. Have you often tried to do that, brothers? They have a problem. You come with obvious, straightforward solutions. This is what you need to do. We'll get this solved, baby. Got you. Let's go. You're not listening. They just want to be seen. They just want to be heard. They just want to be felt. And many times, and that's a human trait inside of our divine feminine, we all want to be seen, heard, understood. To your feminine woman counterpart, you are the masculine containment. She is looking to be seen, heard, and understood by you first and foremost. You are the closest resemblance to God for her. And I don't mean that as if you are God's gift to women because you are a man. I mean, even in the pecking order, biblically, God, man, woman, she's going up the chain of the ladder. Complaints go up, not down. So if you were going to be the grounded masculine man, mature, grounded masculine, that MGM standard, you're going to be the lead. She's going to be expecting that. You're going to deal with her emotions. You're going to deal with what comes up, and you will contain them. Why? Because we're the bigger, the badder, the stronger energy as masculine, because we only use effective communication, because these feelings don't mean much for us. We need the logical, pragmatic data. This is where you counter and start to work. Get into communication, lead the dynamic, open a dialogue where you can talk about what you want to need and expect. She can talk about what she wants and needs and expects. You both can get to understanding of each other, understanding each other's worlds. And that does mean representing. My time, my schedule, my communication may not look like that. This is what it'll look like. I text more. I'll call when I can. I can make a schedule. You can hear her out so she knows and understands, hey, it's not that he doesn't care. It's not that he's got other women. It's not that he's too busy. It's not that she's not worth it, and all those other concerns she may have with her anxiety and emotions. And soothe all that to relax. Hey, baby, I got you. I see you. This is what it looks like. Here's what I can do. Here's what I can promise. And here's what you can expect. Those are the boundaries. That's masculine containment. That's leadership. When you show up with that clear vision, with that understanding, with the leadership to listen, hear, and see her, that you understand it and you can lay out what she can expect. Now, with that, and we're going to get to this as well, you have to be willing to walk away. And how that's demonstrated, not that there's a red button, oh, bumping them out. You ain't about this. I ain't with it. I ain't trying to hear all that. Nah, this ain't even, nothing like that. Your willingness to walk away to let her know. Your job as the masculine is to always be evaluating that macro. She's on the micro level, not that it's insignificant. She's looking for the in and out, day to day. How do we connect? How do we interact? How do we engage? What does it feel like is the question that femininity answered. How does it feel? Masculine, who am I? Who is this tribe? How do we work together? Are we compatible? So you're on the high level, macro. Does everything work? I'm going to the church. You going to the trap house? That's going to be a problem. You need to talk every hour on the hour, text, FaceTime, all this other stuff. I ain't got the time. I'm too busy. I don't like talking like that. It overwhelms me. I'm not a great communicator. It's going to be incompatible. So when I say willing to walk away, meaning that as a grounded, mature, grounded, masculine man, that MGM standard, you are able to deliver what it is that she needs to know and understand about you on your terms. No, baby, well, I don't really like talking, but I can pick up the phone more. I just don't want to lose you. I want us to work. I'm in love, baby. I need you. No, I hear you. I see you. Here's where I am. This is how I work. Is there common ground? Now you, and only you, know where within that macro compatibility, what's the range? Can we bridge this gap? You're all the way over there, needing to talk every hour. I'm all the way over here. I'll touch with you at the end of the day. When I relax and kick back, I want to hear your sweet voice in my ear. But until then, does that work? Because if that doesn't work, she's going to need to employ her power to continue to cast her vote, to hear what you've got to say, see your lead. I'm with it. I'm down. I can work with that, baby. These are the things that you're looking at inside of femininity in your feminine partner. We'll get into it in more detail, obviously. And working with feminine women, that is what that dance would look like. That is what I would recommend. As I put down in the comments responding to this brother, first get in communication, set up precedent, set up standard, set up an understanding between each other so there's not this resentment, deep-seated emotion. Leave her seen, heard, and understood. Make sure that you've laid down your terms as a lead, how communication, how affection, attention can work, set standards. And this is for any conversation in the relationship. This is how you lead it, fellas. This is how you step into that and go from there. Give her the opportunity, because it's going to be up to her. You're not a dictator of any sort. This is a partnership. Ideally, that's what relationships look like. So it's give and take. You're both giving investment. You're both looking to get something back, and inside of that exchange, if there's mutual ground, everybody's happy. Everything moves forward. So